Our next candidate coming to the stage momentarily will be independent candidate Tom Brown.
We have 4 questions for you, Mr. Brown, and I will start with the first one. Yesterday, a U.S. Senate committee approved a comprehensive immigration bill. It seems like an amnesty bill because illegal immigrants are allowed to stay in the United States. Having been here for 5 minutes or 50 years, under what circumstances should an illegal immigrant be allowed to stay in the United States? You have 2 minutes.
Well, first of all, if they're illegal, they shouldn't be allowed to stay in America. That's number one. Then, this is it. I have a different circumstance than most people. I married a German girl when I was in the military, and part of that was they said she may not get to come to America. She came to America, she was on a visa, and she had to wait her due process to become a citizen. And if she wouldn't have done the things that were legally set for her, she wouldn't have become a citizen. I have no problem with immigration as long as it's done legally and done responsibly. I don't think that anybody should just be given a citizenship. Another thing is America. You know, it used to be the land of the free. Everyone wanted to come to America to be an American. Now, people want to come to America to take advantage of America. And that bothers me. Amen. If they're going to come here, they got to be American, they got to speak English, and they got to vow to protect our country at any cost. Thank you.
Thank you. The second question is, it has 2 parts. Before you all came back in, we asked the audience if they believed 4 different things, which ones they thought was unconstitutional, and they came up with Obamacare as the most people agreed would be unconstitutional. If a spending bill, continuing resolution, or budget bill comes before you that pays for the full year of veterans' benefits, but also funds the spending for items that are you deem unconstitutional, such as the Obamacare mandate, will you vote against the bill or for it, and why? And you have 1 minute.
I will vote against it, and I'll tell you the reason why. I am a veteran, but I also believe our country is in the place they are because of these loopholes and adding on to bills. Every bill written should be specific and to the point, and that's it. They shouldn't have any loopholes. Thank you.
You're quick. Okay, the third question. Candidates often campaign on the notion that the United States should cut off foreign aid to certain countries based on their behavior and their ally status. Considering that we are almost $17 trillion in debt, this seems like a no-brainer. What countries do you believe should be cut off from foreign aid, and will you commit to voting no on a bill that sends American aid to these countries, even if the bill is the mechanism for funding veterans' benefits? And this will be a 1-minute answer.
Well, that goes back to my last statement. You know, I'm an American, and I am a veteran, and I know how these benefits are for veterans. I felt I was deprived at one time. I have a son that's a combat medic. But you know what? When it comes to doing the right thing, you got to stand up. And I don't believe in giving money to countries that are unstable. Like we give $60 million to Egypt for their young people to go to college and start businesses. And we're in a financial thing in America right now. How unrealistic is that? I have no problem helping foreign countries, but you got to take care of home. My mama taught me we have to take care of home, then we take care of everybody else. And that's my stance on that.
Okay, this is the 4th and final question. This question is related to the current IRS scandal related to bias targeting of the Tea Party and other groups. When applying for 501c3 or 501c4 exemptions, organizations such as the Cape County Tea Party and other groups have been ordered by Barack Obama's IRS to provide website printouts and the list of names of their event speakers. The director of the IRS, Lois Lerner, testified on Capitol Hill today regarding this scandal. What is the first question you would ask her, and what is your solution to this problem with the IRS? You have 2 minutes.
Well, the first question I'd ask her is, after she told what she wanted, why did she plead the fifth? That would be my first question. Second, you can't target people. And that's part of what, in my opinion, that the administration is doing now. They're targeting people, they're the gun rights. All you heard forever is what? We gotta have a vote on the gun. We gotta have a gun control vote. You know what? Those guns protect us. I know some people don't believe what I believe, but I believe we all have the right to defend ourselves from a country that may go astray. That's what it's about. We don't have the right to hunt because you've got to go get a permit. Now, secondly, the IRS, I'm a living example of how they target people. I thought I was a great golfer. 2 years ago, I went on the mini tour and spent $16,000, which is quite a lot of money. It was my savings and what I sold my farm for. And I made $800. I had to pay for expenses and everything, and that's part of your federal income tax, But I thought I was good enough. And, they targeted me and said, it's a hobby. I said, sir, not everybody starts out like Tiger Woods and gets a $10 million endorsement. You have to start here to get here. But they targeted me, they questioned me, they told me I had no right to do it, and I had to go and refile and call someone to get it taken care of. So that tells you what our IRS does. They pick and choose what they want to do, and I have a problem with that. Thank you.